buddy.
We're doing it! We're doing it!
Hey guys, welcome back. It's been a couple weeks since we did the last video, and we anticipated doing the conditional inspection right away, but my son Chandler and his girlfriend Maya both got sick with COVID, and so they didn't want to stay in her apartment with her roommates, so they shacked up in our camper there for a week and a half or so down here in the hangar, turned the heat on for them, so they're all healthy now. But because of that, I didn't want to do my conditional inspection while they were down here. So since they're gone, I got right to work on doing it. For those of you who aren't familiar with the experimental aircraft world versus the certified world, we do conditional inspections and not airworthiness inspections. Experimental aircraft are never considered or documented as airworthy, just safe to operate. So we still fall under FAR Part 91, Subpart 43, Chapter D, I believe is where it is for the conditional inspections. And it's kind of a gray area as far as everything that you need to check. A lot of guys create their own checklist, and that's what I did. I used some other guys as templates and made a checklist for inspecting the airplane. I pretty much just start at the tail, work my way up through the wings and fuselage, and then the engine compartment, and then the interior. And you're doing things like, at least mine, I'm checking all the control surfaces, all the connections, lubricating all bearings, checking that make sure none of the bolts have come loose and they're still torqued properly. And so we had all of the inspection panels and fairings off so we could see inside. I decided not to show all the stuff I did. One, because it'd be a long video, and two, because I'm not an A&P and I don't want to be a tutorial on doing maintenance items and things like that. Since I'm doing my own airplane, I have a repairman certificate, and it's strictly for this aircraft, this tail number, this serial number, and so I can do the work on it and sign it off for conditional inspection, and that's because I'm the builder of the aircraft. Some of the things we did to the airplane, besides just inspecting everything, we rotated the tires and we put new brakes on, new brake pads, so I have the tool to do that now. We checked everything in the engine compartment. We checked over really good. We did compression testing. I had an A&P friend, Zach Martin, come over, and we did the did the compression testing for all four cylinders. Came out 80 over 80 on all of them, which is good, and not surprising since it's a brand new engine. And we did all new ignition harness for both the top and bottom spark plugs. And I'm using the dual PMAG setup, so those are auto ignition wires as well as the plugs. So 8 new plugs, new wires, not required, but I decided just to replace them because they're pretty cheap to do that. And we did the oil change. We sent the oil off for the analysis, came back perfectly clean. Oil filter looked good. And Dynon had a couple fuel and oil pressure sensors that they recommended changing with the service bulletin. The guys have had some leaks, or a couple did, I guess, and so they recommended replacing if you had leaks or the next conditional inspection, so that's what I did, replace both of those. Didn't find anything wrong with the airplane. Everything came out clean, no bolts loose. We retorqued the landing gear bolts. Those were all good. I still have the wheel pants off, because I still need to break in the brakes so that they are properly set for working well, I guess you'd say. They have a glazing on them, I guess you kind of burn off. So there's a procedure in the Matco book on how to do the break-in period. Otherwise, the engine came in good, cleaned everything, lubricated everything, all the controls, make sure they're all good, made sure things were tight, and again, no issues found. And took all the engine cowls off, obviously, and cleaned those inside and out. The wheel pants, everything's over there on the, all cleaned, all lubricated, and ready to go. So yeah, that's it. So we'll get this all buttoned up. We'll do the run up and make sure everything looks good, and then we're gonna get back to flying. So watch for the next videos to be coming out. Hopefully the weather will be nice. It's been very cold here in Chicago and snowy, and it is currently the January 15th. So we're in the middle of the month and hopefully on the downhill slide of winter. another month or two, and we'll be done, and we'll be out doing some traveling. So watch for those videos again. We really appreciate all the support, especially since the last video with Cody, and all the emails I received. And if you continue to like these videos, please click subscribe. And after you do that, click the little bell icon so you get notifications when we put videos out.